Hello, this is the A Show. My name is Evan Seduju and you can simply call me H. Whether you are joining from Douala or you are all the way in Canada, please, you are welcome to the platform where we give you the opportunity for you to learn from the aged. You can call them the elderly. That is equally acceptable. But today, let me say that we are in May and the spirit, the wind that is blowing is one that is to celebrate mothers. And guess who I have on the A Show today? Mrs. Kofi-Opata. You would love to hear her story. And then the little thing we are doing to celebrate her as a mother on the A Show. Brought to you by kind courtesy of the Act Lifestyle Foundation. And we are ably partnered by Craftsman Media, giving us videography. So stay tuned, and I know you'll be blessed. Mrs. Kofi-Opata, you are most welcome to the A Show.
Thank you very much.
How are you doing?
Oh, by His grace, it's sufficient. His grace is sufficient.
Great. Mm-hmm. The date of your birth is quite a significant one to me, who is interested in history, and I hope my listeners and viewers too. 2 weeks after the 1948 riot.
2 weeks before.
2 weeks after your birth
Yes.
was the 1948 riot.
That's right.
Tell us about that experience.
Oh, okay, that experience is real. As a matter of fact, I came to live with my uncles at Osu.
Right.
And when we were filling the forms for school, the 48 looting was clear. But the date was not too clear for them. So they gave me a date, which is 21st of May. Mm. So that's what I use. But my daddy came and said, no, you were born 2 weeks before looting. It's a Saturday, Sergeant Ajeti Road. So your birthday is the 14th of February, 1948.
Interesting. So your daddy kept the date and was able to inform you later in life.
Later in life, when I've been using the 21st of May as my date of birth.
So you had to change it officially?
No, officially I didn't bother because then I had gone to Britain and come back, and I said, why? So far, I went to archives and it was the right date. That's the 14th of, So what I did was I just relaxed and used the 21st. But when I retired, I said, no, 14.
Now you go back to
14 at my alma mater. Again. So that's my birthday is the 14th of February.
You retired on the 31st of April 2004, correct?
30th April.
30th
April 2004. Yeah.
From then till now, you've been busy.
Yes.
Why are you refusing to retire? Why are you the CEO of BAVA Royals?
As a matter of fact, even when I was in Britain, I was doing 3 works a day in addition to going to school.
3?
3 works in a day before going to school.
Wow.
So I'm like, I always want something going, something that I don't want to sort of relax or get old earlier. So I keep on working and working.
73.
73.
73.
That's right. I do floral and I bake.
At 73?
At 73, I still do. I have an order going next week. I have an order going in the next 3 weeks. I have the order coming in June.
You mean an order as in you do
as in rates,
yes. A job?
For a job.
Wow.
Like rates and bridal arrangements, I do that.
Somebody listening to you, now starting her career, her life, what do you have to share with such a fellow that even at 73, you still have to work?
Yes, you still have to work. But you have to take care. And this work is not like jumping from here to there. I do it in my house.
Do it.
Yes, I do everything in my house and I deliver. Or they pick it.
Right. Since you brought in work, we'll talk about that later. But let me go back to the journey of your faith. You were baptized on a pillow. Tell us about that experience.
But being baptized on the pillow is when you are a baby.
Right.
So
In other words, you had your baptism very early.
very early, 2 months. I was baptized. I was born in February, and I was baptized in April. Because so it was like, the church terms it as a pillow. You were baptized on a pillow. That means you were a baby when you were baptized.
Wow. This was in the Methodist church.
This was in the Methodist church.
So you were a true Wesleyan.
Yeah, of course.
But along the line, you became a Basel member, or a member of the Presbyterian church.
Yes.
Why that transition?
Well, as a matter of fact, I lived with my uncle at Osu, and the wife goes to the Presbyterian church. So they don't go to church, it's not like their baby. But the wife goes to church in the Presbyterian church. So I decided to join her. So I went there, and in fact, I've been with the Presbyterian church longer than the Methodist. So I joined there, and then at age 1968,
okay,
yes, I confirmed at the Ebenezer Presbyterian Church, Usu. Mm-hmm. So, I continued with that. When I went to Britain, I joined the, the union.
Was it Presbyterian related?
Yes, Presbyterian related. So I was going, and I was even reading.
Right.
I'm a lay reader there. So I joined them, and they call it International Church of Liverpool.
I see.
That's where I stayed first during my nursing training.
Then in 2002, 2 years before you retired, you went back from the Presbyterian church back to the Methodist.
That's right.
But I thought Presbyterian and Methodist, they are brothers and sisters. Why didn't you stay with the Presbyterian church?
Well, I think I like both.
Yeah.
I don't have any problem, but just that the whole family is Methodist.
So you became the outcast.
Yes. Not really, because the Presbyterian and the Methodist are the same.
Great.
So, but I like to be a Wesleyan. And I told my father before he died, and he agreed.
You wanted to do things methodically.
Methodically.
Great.
Yes.
Okay, so that's how come you became a member of the Methodist Church again. And now you are doing all sorts of things.
Yes, right.
How do you feel serving in the house of the Lord?
Oh, great. There's nothing like serving your God and serving in the house of the Lord. In the Presbyterian church, I was once a presbyter for 4 years.
So you're a big one.
Well, and a clerk to session, as they call it. So when I came back to Methodist, I didn't want to be a leader. No. I left the other, jobs for other people to do. So I belong to the church choir, and also Christ Little Band. Yes, a patron for the choir too. Apart from being a member, chorister.
You're a patron.
I'm a patron, and I'm a patron to the Girls Fellowship, and also Christ Little Band, a member of the Christ Little Band. And a lay reader. Recently, I withdraw because I think we have to give the younger one an opportunity to take over. Yes, that's right.
You don't read again?
No, I don't read again. Okay. But occasionally...
Of course, you read for leisure.
Oh, of course. When there's a time for, maybe there's an occasion and a group wanted me to read, they called me, then I do. Great. But otherwise, I'm not on the roster, not again.
Auntie Becky, it's a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you very much.
We'll take a short break.
Yes.
When we are back, we'll delve deep into your work experience.
That's right.
And what to learn from you. We'll join you shortly. So you're welcome back to the A Show, and on today's edition we having Mrs. Rebecca Kofi-Opata. We just delved a bit into her work in the church as a Christian, right from when she was baptized and so on. I believe listening to her, you know that the place of God in your life must be given much attention and focus. We're going to talk at this point about her work experience. What did she do for a living? when she was younger, and what lessons can we pick from all that she's been able to do or was able to do, because she's still working anyway. So yes, we come back to you, man. You started work as early as 1967.
That's right.
So for purposes of records keeping, officially, for 47 good years of your life, you were in active service. Is that correct?
That's right.
Run us through that from BAN Limited.
Yes. I say my life and working life and career has been on grace. Grace has found me anywhere I go. When I finished my commercial college at the Menso College of Commerce in Accra, the last day was like a Friday. We having a debate.
Right.
As soon as we finished, the principal called me and he said, then I was called Miss Noy, Nay Noy. Yeah. So he said, there is an interview request from BAN Limited and I want you to go. So I went there and I saw the managing director, and then I was interviewed and I was given the position there. Right there. So by the time I got home with my diploma for my, diploma of proficiency, to my parents, my auntie, I said, this is my certificate I'm starting with. Yes, from Monday. This is my appointment letter.
What?
It was such a joy. So from Monday, I didn't have a break. I just started to work with BAN Limited.
For only 3 months, if I'm correct.
Yes.
Why?
Yes, because I had the opportunity to go to Barclays Bank. You know, I wrote an application. So when I got there, they asked me to come a month later.
Right.
Yeah, so I went, I had an interview, and I was taken. So I started to work, continue my working career with Barclays.
And so from 67 to 1970, you were with Barclays.
That's right.
Which department?
I was with the accounting department.
And which portfolio were you having?
I was a assistant secretary to the branch manager of Barclays Bank.
In the 60s, Barclays was a big brand.
Yes.
Even until recently they became Absa, it still was.
That's right.
So how was it being a secretary in such a big
Well, actually, it is Barclays Bank DCO. DCO, that is Dominion, Colonial and Overseas.
Right.
Yes, not even Barclays Bank Ghana, you know, before the Absa business. So I joined them, and he had a secretary, but they needed an assistant secretary, yes. So they asked me to join the team, and I did. And it was such a, Barclays will train you from every sphere. From your probational training, you go to cashiering, and you go to bills and credits, and you go up and climb the ladder. But after the bills and credit training, I left for Britain.
We'll talk about Britain. And you mentioned Britain to explain why your English is with a touch of British.
Yes.
I will put it this way. Were you a foreign service officer?
No, I wasn't. So I was a local
recruit. What were you doing in the Ghana High Commission in London?
Yes. I went through nursing to get my visa to London, to Britain. So
please help me understand. You trained as a secretary.
That's right.
Worked with Barclays, and then you decided to go to London. But the process meant you had to apply as a nurse. Is that what you mean?
Well, the fact of the matter was, at that time, if your subject you are going to pursue is trained in Ghana, they don't give you the visa. So I have to go through the nursing process to get my visa.
So what that means is nursing training was not then in Ghana.
There was, but they allow it. They have nursing training in Ghana, but they allow it you can travel. So I was given the visa through nursing, so I had to go to Liverpool because the hospital I chose was in Liverpool, called Walton Hospital. So that's where I trained 6 months as a nurse.
Wow. Yes, now you are still nursing, but you are nursing in a different way.
That's right.
So I'm interested in your work at the Ghana High Commission in London for 5 years.
Yes, correct? Yes.
How did that come about?
Well, when I went back to London from Liverpool, I needed to have a job that can give me stay after my visa expired.
Yeah.
So I went to the Ghana High Commission and I explained to them that I'm here and that's the main reason. And they said, oh, we have a vacancy for a stenographer clerk. So I said, oh, I'll take it.
What you were actually doing?
That's right. So they picked me and then they interviewed me. And then Henry Sechi was then the High Commissioner.
Okay.
And Odwe Sykes was the Deputy High Commissioner.
Right.
So they picked me, they trained, and then my boss I worked with the Treasury Department.
Okay.
Mr. Money, he has expired.
So you saw money.
That's right. So I worked there for about 3 years, and then they transferred me to the Trade Commission.
Okay.
And Mr. Lakan was then the Trade Commissioner, attached to the Ghana High Commission.
Right.
So I worked with them, and then the present ambassador to Czechoslovakia, Virginia Hesse, Ambassador Virginia Hesse, she was the trade attaché to the trade section.
I believe she had just started her work career as FSO.
No, actually, she was working with the trade commission, ministry here in Ghana, right. And then they posted her to London as an attaché to the trade commission. With the Ghana High Commission. That's right. So it was, we became friends. And I realized that in the circles of the people who looked after me, she was also a family member. Oh. So we were very close. Yeah, she's now the ambassador to Czechoslovakia. That is Ghana's ambassador. She's a nice lady. A fine lady, yes. That's right.
Then we get to the big one. For close to 29 years, or if I may even stretch it, 30 good years, 3 decades, you served with one institution. The generation of old may not know. Mobil was a big name in Ghana. But now you know it as Total Petroleum.
That's right.
And you worked in that company for close to 3 decades.
That's right.
How did that come about?
Well, I was with the planning department for 6 years. Yeah. Then I was promoted to be when the vacancy came to be
But before we start with the total experience, at what point did you transition from the High Commission down to Ghana so you could even start with Total?
Yes. Well, I retired because I have been engaged to a man who has expired. So my husband was here, so I had to come home. And I wanted to come and have the experience traveling with the ship. So I came with Coupon River. Yes.
Black Star Line?
Black Star Line. And that was the last cargo ship and passenger ship.
Interesting.
Yes. So I came back in 1975.
You might have seen a lot.
I told you, we crossed the Red Sea in 3 days.
My goodness.
It was such an experience. Wow. Yes. And we had 2 stops at the Gambia and Dakar before we reached Takrady.
Did you see the dolphins?
Oh, come and see them jumping. It was so beautiful. Such an experience.
My goodness.
Beautiful sight to see.
We've missed.
I told you. And 3 days we were on the Red Sea and you can feel the, shaking and, it was rough. It got to a stage, it was very rough, but we were warned. Be careful, do this, don't hang on the boats, be in your rooms and everything. Wow. So we were protected and guided.
But you opted for that option?
Yes, I did, because I wanted to have the experience of a boat, a ship. Yes. So I did, and I really enjoyed it.
Wow. So yes, you came back to Ghana and eventually entered Mobil.
Mobil, that's right.
How was the experience?
Well, working with Mobil was such an experience. I put a letter through there for the job, and then they asked me to come for an interview. I went for the interview. I was very early, like I came today. Yeah. So the boss came and he said, has any of the applicants arrived? They said, yes, we have one. So he took me and interviewed me and told the Human Resource Department, I don't need to interview anybody. I've got my applicant. So that's how I was employed. And this man has worked with Mobil, but he was born in New York. This was more or less like he's Nigerian. New Yorker. But Mr. Adeyoye, DDG Adeyoye. Wow. So I worked with him and he went away. We had other changes of planning managers. And then later on, and there was this opportunity at the CEO's office. We call it the Managing Director's office.
Okay.
But he was the chairman of the board and everything, so he's a CEO. And there was this vacancy there before I was relieving.
Right.
And then they took me as the obvious choice, and I started working.
You have
there.
proven yourself.
Yes.
It was on merit.
That's right.
That's the point I want to put up.
That is it, yes.
You make
yes.
yourself valuable enough, you become the obvious choice.
Of course. So I was employed, and I really worked. I served 15 general managers. 1-5. Of different styles and backgrounds.
How did that happen?
Yes, I do manage. Yes, I manage with them. People ask, how do you manage with these people? I said, you do what they say. If it is wrong, you find a way of talking to them about it. And I love it. Everyone. When they do the career development changing guards, when they reach the secretarial position, they say, if Becky is there, take her. If Becky is there, you don't have a problem.
So you mean you were actually recommended by the outgoing
to the incoming, and so on and so forth, till I retired.
In 2004?
In 2004, I retired, yes.
Wow, on the 30th of April?
Yes, right, 30th of April. Interesting.
Let me learn from you, and I believe those who are watching and listening will do same. To stay in that kind of office, managing the herd of the institution for close to 30 years, you must be someone whom we can confide in, who believes in confidentiality. Is my observation correct?
Very correct. I mean, we make sure you do the work. You do the work you are entitled to. You meet the people, the right moods, and whatever you're supposed to do. And timing is the most essential thing. You have to be there. Timeliness is great. You have to make sure that you respect all and sundry, not because you are on the top, as a top secretary, so you do what you like. No. It should come from you, the respect of everybody. People come and say, you are my first smile when I come to Mobil. Because when they get to the reception, everybody was stiff. Like, ready, the MD secretary is coming, or we have visitor. And they climb up, they see the security there, and they get there, and then they meet this broad smile. And then this is the first smile I see. And many people say so. People even bring their children to come and look at me through the glass door.
Just to see you smile?
Just to see me smile. And they say, Mama, you know that every day when my children come on holiday, I bring them to come and look at you? Because he works with the operating department as, one of our clients. And I didn't even know. Others were saying, we come and look at you because you never change your color. Right. It's still black and it's still beautiful.
On that note of black and beautiful, let me bring to your attention that this is the A show you're watching, proudly produced by Great Age Global and Act Lifestyle Foundation. And the woman we're talking to, the woman you are hearing, is Mrs. Rebecca Kofi-Opata, aka I'll kill that one.
Oh, say it. Don't worry.
So when we are back again, we will talk about what she's doing now at 73. Please stay tuned. You're most welcome back to the A Show, where we have transgenerational conversations between the elderly and the youth. I believe listening to us, you're learning a lot. Today, we're talking to Mrs. Rebecca Kofi-Opata, aka Auntie Koyo. Koyo. So you get it right.
Yes.
We've learned a lot from especially your work experience and why it's important to even practice simple acts such as smiling.
That's right.
You just smile. We want to learn about what you're doing currently because you have it on record that from 2004 you retired, but truly you did not retire because you're actively engaged. You work with BAVA Royals, which is born out of your love for wreath making and floral arrangement.
Yes.
BAVA Royals.
BAVA. Oh, okay. BAVA Royals. When I retired, I established this business with me and my children. And
interesting.
Yes, and we use our initials. That is, I'm Becky.
So B for Becky.
Becky.
A for
Abigail.
V for
Victor.
And another A
for Anthony.
Oh my goodness. So it's Becky, Abigail, Victor and
Anthony. BAVA Royals.
Wow.
That's for them. And my daughter is a beautician. Wow. So we made a salon and then we made a floral session.
Okay.
And we did it. We have our offices then at Malam.
You mean Abigail? Because she's the only girl.
She's the only girl, yes. We have three children.
Okay.
And then 2 have children, So
you have 2 grandchildren?
No, I have 2 beautiful grandchildren, daughters. They are small, but they are very interesting.
Wow.
Yes. It's Ane Teteki and Abby Laurel Tetekwo.
Quite a mouthful name.
That's right, Tetekwo.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what does BAVA Royals, what do you do?
Yeah, we do hairdressing, beautician, we do floral, we sell clothes, we bake decor, and on and on.
Quite a bouquet of services.
Oh, of course. I do coffin tops and then wreaths arrangements.
Okay. For cemeteries?
For cemeteries, yes. For the dead, for funerals, if you put it right. And we enjoy it, right? Because all the children know how to do it. We all get into the business.
Wow.
Yes. And now we have the offices in the house. So it's not like, yes, because, it's Bawe.
Okay.
North Bawe. Close to the Methodist Church.
Okay.
Yes. And then they all are involved with their work. And we do it in the house.
With your children?
Yes, I work with the children when they are free.
These are adult children.
And then they are adult children. When they are free, when they help. And then either we deliver or the people pick up.
Wow.
Do
you have any presence on social media? How do people get in touch?
Yeah, well, recently I think I tried to use Tonatone or whatever. Tonatone, but I don't think they understand what I wanted to do. They think I wanted to buy the flowers, but that was not it. It was like when you have a funeral and you want to order the wreaths, or you have a bridal arrangements, you are having a wedding and you wanted flower arrangements in the church or wherever, or event centers, that's what we do. But still, I get people calling. And when I do, they see, they recommend, and then...
So purely by word of mouth?
By word of mouth. By recommendation from other people.
So you left Mobil, now Total, and we thought you had retired. Here you are, fully engulfed in the activities of
That's why I'm still strong.
So my question is, when are you going to retire?
Well, I think I will sit back and leave it for the children to continue.
My question is, when?
Oh, till death us do part.
You believe in a concept.
Yeah.
It says unretirement.
Unretirement, and it is good for your body. It's an exercise in a way, So there are some journeys you cannot do. Somebody will have to do for me, one of the younger ones.
The leg work.
But still, otherwise, I think I'm okay. I sit back and give advice. And sometimes they do even better than me.
Do you feel through your work with BAVA, you are adding more contribution to what you did previously with organizations like Total or Mobil, as you used to call it?
Well, I will say Total, but now because they look well after me now.
Great.
Yes, they took over from Mobil, from Exxon Mobil, as a matter of fact. So I will say that it's a matter of you don't want to be stagnant and you don't want to be sick, because if you don't work, your body does not.
Man was made to work.
That's right.
Woman was made to work.
That's right. So I do that, and for health reasons, I do a lot of exercise with it, and that's it. So I don't think it's a bad idea.
Let me say that it's highly commendable that at 73 you still have your acumen, your faculties intact, apart from the fact that you can't do a lot of the leg work as you
That's
used to
right.
do. So it speaks to the fact that there are issues related to aging. What are some of them as you've experienced?
Well, aging, if you want to, as this thing say, growing old is mandatory, but growing up is optional. If you want to get old, you get old, and you need to exercise, you need to move on in life, you need to attend some meetings here and there just to freshen up and also to give advice to the younger ones that are coming. Like the Arc Lifestyle is a center for the aged. So sometimes we come here and we play with each other, we take advice from each other, we talk about life experiences, the things that had happened in the past and what is happening now, and our children, how we can even relate it to our children and children's children to benefit. You see, so it's like passing on what you know, the experiences, and for them to also pick up and move on with it.
That's what the A show calls transgenerational conversation.
That's right.
So that one generation will pick up the baton from the other and then
move on.
The ideals of society is maintained.
That's right.
On. But talking about Arc Lifestyle Foundation, let me bring to the attention of viewers and listeners that this is perhaps the only facility in Ghana at the moment where you can bring your elderly relatives to receive some of the services Auntie Becky will be speaking to shortly, but just to make it clear that it's a center in Jolo in Accra, Ghana, where you can bring your elderly relative to, and sometimes even if you want services rendered to them at home, you can have that service also. Auntie Becky, since 2017, you have been a part of the Arc Lifestyle Foundation or the launch.
That's right. Yes.
Share with us, how has the experience been?
Well, the aim of this center, founded by Mrs. Estelin Osebonso, was to make sure bring the older generations together, those who need care, who want to stay a few days, a week or two from home, for other atmospheres, to enjoy other atmospheres, so she put this together. So here, when we started, we were coming and people were coming. We do our recreation period. We have our lunch.
COVID has made
yes, it's limited. Right. Yes, because of COVID, things are limited. But still, we have the doctors coming in. We have doctors on call. We have the nurses' attention. We have the office manager here who is also doing that. And she never stopped struggling because she wanted to see the aged happy.
The aged would indeed be happy, and this is the A show where we have transgenerational conversations. Please stay with us. Yes, you are most welcome back to the A show, where we have transgenerational conversations between the elderly and the youth. And today, we've had the privilege, a rare privilege, of talking to Mrs. Rebecca Kofi-Opata. Aunt Rebecca, yes. We are back again.
Thank you.
May is here, and what we do so well is to celebrate mothers. You are such a great mother. At least it's evident in what you're doing with your children, running a business alongside. It's not easy. Some children always bring troubles. Mothers have to go defend, fight for them and so on. But perhaps you raise them well, so they don't have difficulty working with you now that they're adults. So we just want to celebrate you.
Yeah.
We want to say that on behalf of the Act Lifestyle Foundation and Great Age Global, we want to celebrate you for being a great example in our society. So this is just our small way of showing appreciation.
Thank you.
But as I've said a number of times on the show, we bring to our viewers transgenerational conversation. So being a mother and Mother's Day celebration going on, what word of advice would you have for the younger ones, especially the younger mothers?
Thank you very much. And it's great to celebrate your mother. And we are all celebrating our mothers. In fact, it is good to celebrate your mother while she's alive. Not when she dies and then you put up the show. No, it's wrong. I call it payback time. Payback time. You have to be loyal as a trained child from your mother's womb. You have to be sincere. Please pick all the advices and the training, good training that your parents have given you. And I know you will never falter. You will never fail. But you see, if you follow peer pressure and go on and do the wrong things, then you disgrace your parents. Please celebrate your mothers. A touch, a word of cheer for your mom, because mother is mother. You cry, she was there for you. The pressure moments of your life, mother is there. Fathers do their part, but this is mother. And motherhood is great. So please, celebrate your mothers while there. A word of advice. Some people live for so many months, they haven't even called their mothers. A telephone call, a touch, a laughter, remembering the former days, the things they asked you to do and did not do, and then coming back to roll on. Mind you, it is your turn to celebrate your mothers. Somebody also will celebrate you. Please, be good and great children, and let all mothers laugh. Thank you very much.
And we say a very big thank you to you for being on the show today.
Yeah.
We thank you so much dearly, and we know that this is not going to be the last time. At the right time, maybe when you are 90, you'll be on the A show again.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you.
And I'm grateful. And thank you all, the team and everybody. God bless you.
Bless you. So this has been the A show. My name is Evans Edijenfiba. You can simply call me Age. And the show was brought to you by Great Age Global in partnership with Act Lifestyle Foundation and were ably supported by Craftsman Media. Until we come your way another time, please stay blessed. And as Auntie Becky has rightly said, make sure you celebrate a mother or a mother figure. God bless you. If you follow the A show, you would know that appreciation is something we take dear. And so today, we are not just letting Auntie Becky bless us this way and walk off the set, but I'm not the one going to do this special presentation to her on Mother's Day. Rather, I would like to invite a woman you love to see, the CEO or the founder of Act Lifestyle Foundation, Mrs. Esther Osebos. Please, let's meet her.
Hello. Nice of you. Thank you so much.
In here is a special Bible, the Message Bible.
Amen.
And then a
I
book
love it.
written
The
by
best present
a
of
Methodist minister,
all. Good.
president of Trinity Theological Seminary,
Oh,
the
okay.
very Reverend Professor Jacob Nansamwajedu.
Yes.
And you will love it because it was a book he wrote during COVID, on COVID.
Oh, okay. Thank you
Please,
so
this
much.
is a little
Thank you so
presentation.
much. And may the good Lord bless you. all.
Amen. Thank
That's
you.
how it
God
works.
bless you.
Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day.